man with a long criminal record is accused of killing a Hells Angel. A West Island resident with a long criminal record is among 3 Montreal-area men named as suspects this week in the recent murder of an Ontario-based Hells Angel who was killed in Mississauga. Markins Vilm, 28, of the Pierrefonds borough, was arrested Wednesday along with Brandon Reyes, 24, after being transported to Toronto. Vilm was charged with first-degree murder in the fatal shooting of Michael Diabachua Schuld, a 32-year-old Hells Angel who was with the Motorcycle Club's Niagara chapter. Initially, the Peel Regional Police identified Reyes as Jonathan Martinez Reyes, but it appears he gave them a false name at the time of his arrest. Brandon Reyes, as he is now known to be, is charged with being an accessory after the fact to murder. According to a statement issued by the Peel Regional Police, Diabachua Schuld was shot near a commercial plaza in Mississauga on Monday at 11:18 a.m. and later succumbed to his injuries. The release also noted that Montreal Police, quote, is supporting us in our investigation, end quote. In 2014, Reyes was among 4 men arrested as suspects in a series of armed robberies carried out in Montreal. 3 years later, Reyes pleaded guilty to several charges in the case. On June 13, 2017, he was sentenced to an overall 6-year prison term, but with time served factored into the sentence, he was left with only 14 months. During a news conference this week, the Peel Regional Police said that both Vilm and Reyes are believed to be members of organized crime, according to La Presse news agency. Vilm has past ties to the Rough Riders, a street gang based in the West Island that has operated with the support of the Hells Angels for years, as quoted by this article. In 2010, Vilm, a former star football player, as a young teenager, was charged with an attempted murder, investigated by Montreal police. And while under arrest, they searched his home in Vaudreuil-Dorion, where investigators were trying to track down an Uzi-style firearm. That attempted murder charge was, however, dropped on September 3rd, 2010. In June 2011, not too many months later, Vilm pleaded guilty to a long series of charges, including cocaine trafficking and several counts related to firearms, and was sentenced to a 21-month prison term. He was out on parole on one sentence when, on November 23, 2012, he was pulled over by the police who noticed the car he was in, along with 2 other people, was driving erratically in Saint-Jodique. While police officers dealt with the 2 other men, Vilm miraculously jumped behind the wheel of the car and drove off. He lost control of it as police officers continued the pursuit, and the vehicle crashed. During the pursuit, police noticed that Vilm had tossed a bag out of the car. They recovered the bag, only to find a loaded handgun inside it. Vilm pleaded guilty in that case as well and was sentenced to an overall 40-month prison term. So all that behind him, here at the time of his arrest on Wednesday, Vilm was on probation as part of a sentence he received on November 28th for having threatened a man in Montreal on July 7th, 2018. He also has an assault case pending in another Montreal courthouse. The Peel Regional Police have also issued a Canada-wide warrant for Joseph Pallotta, a 38-year-old Montreal resident also accused of first-degree murder in the biker's death. Pallotta is described as 5'10", 245 pounds. He has a heavy build, brown eyes, and brown graying hair. Since Joseph Pallotta is considered armed and dangerous, police suggest that you do not approach him. If you see him, call 911 immediately. The Peel Regional Police stated in a release. So this is really kind of terrible. This Hell's Angel was killed by these guys with these just amazing criminal records that continue to keep doing things as life permits. So let us know what you think about that story and in the comments below. And we thank you for tuning in to Black Dragon Biker News you can trust. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny.